I'm Josh Flowers.
And I'm Chelsea Smith.
We built a 2025 Sling TSi. So this is our 2025 Sling TSi equipped with the Rotax 916IS up front with a 3-blade hydraulic propeller, Garmin Axis integrated flight displays on the inside, and we cleared out the center stack. We mounted an iPad in the middle for briefing the Oshkosh NOTAM on the long trip up here. And we went with like a cognac interior with black paint on the ceiling and everything else, and a 3-color metallic paint job, and we are in love with this airplane. We got to do a good handful of modifications during the build process of this airplane, and the main thing was adding a camera power system and a camera mounting system. So we make YouTube videos on the channel Aviation 101, so we really wanted to build a custom airplane that just made our lives easier when it came to rigging up cameras and filming. So we have like poles that stick out of the wings that are mounted into the structure of the airplane with power. We have mounts all inside the airplane, and it all comes on with the flip of a switch. All the cameras start rolling, and it's really purpose built for making this content.
There wasn't a ton of other customizations on the plane. Sling has dialed in their kits and their build and all the little details so well. I think it was like deciding which external alternator to do if we wanted one, which brake system to do if we wanted to change it from the factory standard. We did go with the extended range tanks for many reasons, and we would recommend that to anyone. I know a lot of people say that they don't need the extended range tanks because they cannot fly for 7.5 hours without stopping to go to the bathroom. We cannot either, but we wanted them, so we have the option to decide.
I think choosing the paint colors is probably the longest decision-making process of this build. It definitely sparked the most arguments between the two of us, and it was this color right here that took so much decision making. We figured out the base coat, which is a metallic silver. I think it's called antique silver, and then the trim blue, which is like a light blue. I believe that's called cloud blue, and then it was the dark blue. We wanted it to be dark blue, but we both wanted different blues, and that easily took like 2 months.
You know, it's something, the color of the plane makes absolutely no difference when it comes to how it flies or how safe it is. But it was one of the hardest decisions, and I hear from so many other builders and owners that is also their biggest decision-making process that takes the longest throughout the build.
Seeing the airplane pull out of the paint booth in Torrance, California for the first time was just surreal. It was amazing, a work of art, and we're so in love with the way this airplane looks.
At first, I wanted to build at home. I'm an A&P IA. I have a toolbox full to the brim, and I really thought that we should build at home, and Josh thought that we should build a plane quickly this year. We would not already be done if we would have built at home, and we also really wanted to rely on the expertise and the experience of the people at the build center. So we did a factory build assist in Torrance, California. It was a phenomenal experience, not only because they have so many of them there going through the process. The mechanics and everyone on the team are so familiar with the process, so that helped it move more quickly. We had a ton of people helping us, so more hands on deck. And then also, if you need an extra part, you might have broken one, you can grab one off the shelf. So it made the process an exciting one.
The possibilities of what to do with this airplane are kind of endless. With as much fuel as it carries, and with the capabilities of these avionics and the comfort of the seats, to stay in the seat for so long, this airplane is just, it really unlocks the world to us. And I genuinely say that. I feel like this airplane has really shrunk our world. And I feel like, you know, we live in the western part of Kentucky right now, and getting to my family in Texas is now a weekend thing, and Oshkosh is a 3-hour flight for us. So it really unlocks all of those possibilities.
Josh and I have both flown into Oshkosh several times. I would say this was one of the easiest times we've ever had getting into the show, and it was merely a luck thing. So the conga line started at Endeavor Bridge, if you're familiar with the Fisk arrival, and we just so happened to come in when there was a huge gap. So we weren't juggling a ton of traffic conflicts on our way in. We also did not have to make a fuel stop, which was phenomenal, and we're not gonna have to get fuel before we get home. We're just happy to be here.
I think the arrival into Oshkosh this year was Probably one of the more emotional ones. I won't speak for both of us, but I do think it was for both of us.
He did get choked up.
I have the pleasure of going through all of the footage after the fact, and I got to see that we both were actually getting a little bit choked up right after we rocked our wings and came into Oshkosh. Rocking our own experimental wings coming into EAA AirVenture was a special experience.
Having our plane on display here, not only at Oshkosh, at AirVenture, but also at Sling, is a dream come true. It's a full circle moment. The first time we ever got to see a Sling aircraft was in this same exact spot at this booth. It was the demo plane, and I wouldn't have thought that, what, 2.5 years later?
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Almost 3 years later, we would have our own Sling on display here, so it's a dream come true and so special. Aircraft ownership unlocks aviation in so many ways, and also experimental aviation unleashes innovation and allows us to do a lot more with our planes. We also own certified planes, and now that we have an experimental aircraft, I don't think we want to go back. So if you're thinking about building, it was the best experience I think we've ever had together outside of flying, and I would encourage anyone who's thinking about buying a plane, whether they're in flight training or thinking about getting current again, or they're flying at the airlines and now they're looking to get back into general aviation.
It brings everything you care about, be it family, friends, beautiful locations that you've never been to, you don't even know about yet. It brings it all closer to you when you own your own airplane. So by whatever means you have to get into that, all of us that are already on the other side of that, we welcome you. We want more aircraft owners. We want more people to get into aviation. And now we speak from the experimental side too. We want more people to build their own planes too.